Hey guys, what's going on? Talonflame HD here, and you are seeing that for some reason. Anyway, yeah, hey guys, what's going on? Talonflame HD here, and welcome to something slightly different today. Now, I've been asked by a few of you on Facebook and Twitter to do this video. It's basically, with the transfer window closed and FIFA 16 just round the corner, Foothead have released a lot of the Premier League teams, their FIFA 16 cards anyway, out on their website in the squad builder menus. So today, basically what we're going to do is I'm going to predict the Sunderland lineup for their match against Tottenham. Now, they play Tottenham, or we play Tottenham anyway. When is it? I think it's Sunday. What day is Sunday? Sunday is the 13th of September at 1:30. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to be starting with the first 11, as you can see on the screen right now. We are in the Foothead FIFA 16 squad creator. You can't see it because I've sectioned it off for just for the sole purpose of the video. So, in goal, I'm going to go with Pantilimon. Primarily for the fact that Costel Pantilimon is our number one goalkeeper now. You know, after the 8-0 defeat to Southampton last year, Pantilimon came in for Manone. He was replaced, Manone was replaced, and Pantilimon came in and solidified his role as Sunderland's number one. You know, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. He's pulled off some fantastic saves already this season, and we're only 4 games in, maybe 5. Yeah, no, 4 games in. That's right. Yeah, 4 games in, and he's already pulled off some fantastic saves. Now, with that being said, you know, I don't think Manone will ever get back into the first, as Sunderland's number one. He might be, he might come in as cup appearances or something like that. But as for the league, it's got to be Pantilimon. It has to be. Now in the left back spot, it's the one and only Van Aanholt. I mean, Van Aanholt, he is a good left back. Don't get me wrong, he is a good left back, but he goes forward far too much, and he doesn't cover his left back spot. Now, that's left us vulnerable at the back, because the likes of Cabal, O'Shea, Coates, when they've played, they've had to cover the left back position, because Van Aanholt's far too up the pitch. Now, if Van Aanholt can, I don't know how he's got a +3, or +2, whatever it is, upgrade for FIFA 16. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if Van Aanholt can work on his defensive positioning and become our Marcos Alonso from last season, not last season, the season before, sorry, in FIFA 14, if he can become our Marcos Alonso and solidify that left back position, but only attack when he needs to and not when he wants to, you know, Van Aanholt can really be that left back we've been looking for. Now, in the transfer window, I would have liked us to sign someone like Marcos Alonso so we can move Van Aanholt up the pitch, because we didn't have a winger well, we had Lenz, obviously, but Jermaine Lenz, yeah, he's only one winger, you know, and Adam Johnson's out, or he's back in training now when you're seeing this video, but you know, it's like Johnson was out with a shoulder injury. We only had Lenz down the wings, and we had to push Defoe out to the wing and play somebody in the middle. Now, with us signing Fabio Barini, yeah, we have that left winger or left mid, someone who can play that position, and well, he played that position for us a couple of seasons ago, the same season that we had Marcos Alonso at left back. So, I'm really happy with us getting Barini. Like I said, if we could have signed Marcos Alonso and we could have moved Van Aanholt up to the wing so he doesn't have to defend a lot, we could have really used Van Aanholt's pace down that wing. Now, in the first centre-back position, guys, we are going for John O'Shea. Now, John O'Shea, he came in last game and he did well against who I can't even remember who played last game. I think it was Aston Villa. A 2-2 draw, and yeah, he did well. He really did. And for someone who's 34, 35, I think, you know, I can easily check. You won't be able to see, but John O'Shea, server not found, sick. But yeah, for someone who's like 34, 35, you expect him to have no legs. Hence why he's only got 36 pace on, or 35 pace, whatever it was, on his card on FIFA 16. Now, with that being said, John O'Shea had several things there. John O'Shea, 34. So, yeah, back to this. 36 pace on his FIFA 16 card there. You know, he hasn't got the legs to keep up with the likes of Aguero or Willian, Hazard. You know, those strikers, those midfielders, those wingers, those attacking midfielders that have a lot of pace. Now, with that being said, O'Shea is an experienced defender. He brings the Premier League experience that he had at Manchester United for best part of 10 years to the Sunderland side. And yes, he might only have one more season left in him, but that's why we've brought in Kabul. That's why we've brought in Coates. If we can bring in another couple of centre-backs in January, I'll be happy. But with O'Shea there at centre-back, especially against Tottenham, I'm hoping he can, you know, keep that back four relatively solid. Now, I'm predicting his centre-back partnership to be none other than Jonas Kabul. Jonas Kabul. Now, he's arrived to Sunderland from Tottenham, and he wasn't exactly in the first team picture for a lot of last season. Yeah, I think he only played the 11 games, but I really do like Kabul as a centre back. You know, he's got a little bit of pace about him, you know, but he's strong in the air, and that's what we need. You know, if O'Shea can handle the ground tackles, Kabul can handle the aerial balls, and the two can work in sync. With that being said, Kabul isn't match fit, not fully. But if we can get him match fit and bring his fitness up even further, Kabul can be one of those centre backs for us. He can be a rock at the back, and that is exactly what we need this season, especially if we want to get away from relegation. Now, the right back position, I was going to pick Yedlin, but DeAndre Yedlin is only on loan from Tottenham, so he isn't eligible for this match. So we'll just go ahead and just bang Billy Jones in. There he's there, Billy Jones. I can't really say much about Billy Jones. He's done all right, I suppose. You know, he's done what needed to be done. But he's made quite a few mistakes down the right hand side, especially at right back, especially in the defensive third. But it's just one of those things where he hasn't got a lot of pace. He's got the strength. He's got the tackling. Don't get us wrong, but his speed, he can't keep up with the likes of Max Gradel, especially next week against Bournemouth, after the Tottenham game. Again, he won't be able to keep up with the likes of Gradel or Callum Wilson. Now, in Tottenham's respect, you've got Nisa Chadley, you've got Eric Lamela. Who else have they got? They've got Christian Eriksen. You know, lads with a lot more pace than what Jones has got. And yeah, Jones is 27, 28, but Billy Jones is 28, and he just, like I say, he hasn't got the legs, or he's losing his legs to keep up with the likes of the youth. You know, Christian Eriksen's 24, Lamela is 22, Chadley I do believe is 25. So that's the back five, if you like. The defence, the back four, and the goalkeeper. Moving on to the midfield, guys. Now, in the centre mid, I want to put Ola Toivonen, sorry. Right. I'm saying this because he came on against Aston Villa and he performed. You know, he was crucial in the build-up for the second goal that Lens put away. He was what he won quite a few headers there in the midfield. He provided a bit of stability that Catamol wasn't. And for me, Catamol lately, his performances have been shite. I'm not gonna lie. He's been absolutely diabolical in that centre midfield. But hopefully, Tavonen can go out there. He can solidify the midfield a little bit because Rodwell's coming along. And Villa, that free kick against Aston Villa was absolutely amazing. I mean, the Norwich game, the Aston Villa game, he's had quite a few solid games for us. Jan Villa in the centre of midfield. I mean, yes, he's only on loan from Ruben Kazan until the end of the season, but I would love to see him permanently here, especially if he does well. So hopefully, you know, the midfield three, obviously I've just said who they are, so I'll put them in. Villa and Rodwell. So that's the midfield three. You know, they linked up very well against Aston Villa, and who knows, they might link up again. They might. So that's the midfield. You know, their passing was spot on. They communicated well. Like I said, Tavonen winning the headers in the midfield. Rodwell's passing was good. Villa, he's defensive. Well, if we move Villa into the middle, Villa kind of he played Catamol's role against Aston Villa, which moved Tavonen up into a cam, almost like a cam, and Rodwell into, well, unless 4-2-3-1. Yeah. So obviously Villa, Rodwell, and then you've got Tavonen as the cam. So that was basically the formation Sunderland moved into in the second half against Aston Villa. Moving on to the left wing, guys, we have our new signing. I mentioned him earlier. It's Fabio Borini. Now, I really do like Fabio Borini. I mean, yes, he told us that he wasn't going to come here permanently last season, and he wanted to fight for his place at Liverpool. Now, I have respect for Borini in this sense, because I would have done the same. You know, if I was a professional footballer, I was only on loan. Say I was a Manchester United player, and I came on loan to Sunderland. I would want, if I had a fantastic season in the Prem, I would want to go back to Man U and prove to Louis van Gaal that I could go out there on the pitch in a Manchester United shirt and prove that I'm good enough for the first team. Now, if I didn't break through into the first team, fair enough, I've at least tried. Therefore, I would re-evaluate my options and go for, you know, a permanent move somewhere else. But I would probably go back to Sunderland, because obviously our fans love someone who goes out there week after week, performs out of his skin, and that's what Borini did on loan. Now, whether or not that changes depending on him being permanent and not on loan, because players have done it before, you know. Yeah, hopefully Borini can be one of those players who can link up with Defoe. He can link up with Rodwell. He can link up with Lens, and basically get the goals we need when we need them most. You know, because he's got good passing. His shooting's incredible. He gets into the right positions where you need him, and that's what we've lacked. That's someone who can push up with Defoe and feed off the scraps. Because Defoe, don't get me wrong, Defoe is a fantastic striker. Always has, always will be. He's got a fantastic talent for goal. But Borini will play off Defoe and pick up any scraps that Defoe leaves behind, which is what we need. Now, in our right mid spot is Jermaine Lens. That FIFA 16 card looks absolute sick. Like, it looks amazing. You know, 84 pace, 82 dribbling, 76 shooting, 76 passing as well. You know, it looks amazing. I could definitely see people using that in the future. But for the most part, Lens can play down the right-hand side, as he's shown for this season and pre-season. He scored a couple of goals already for Sunderland, and you know, he's done well by my books. Like I say, he linked with Tovonen to get the second goal against Aston Villa to bring us level and obviously win us the point. But Lens, he's done alright. You know, he's done alright by my books, so he deserves a start. And obviously, there's no disputing who gets the main striker role. It is, of course, Jermaine Defoe. As I mentioned earlier, Defoe, natural talent for goal. You can see it pass, more or less, anyway. You know, he needs to, if he can work on his offsides, then fair enough. You know, he'll bang the goals in, no problem. But there have been a few times where he's started his run a bit earlier, and that's caused him to lose out on a potential goal scoring chance. So, like I say, guys, hopefully Defoe, you know, he's already scored 5 goals this season. Let's hope he can get 10. You know, let's go for 15, you know. Now, the subs bench is pretty much straightforward. Vito Minone, you've got to have a backup keeper on the bench. I mean, obviously I don't in FIFA, but this is real life. So, just in case Pantilimon gets injured, we'll have Minone sitting there. We will have one fullback, and the only fullback left available is Adam Matthews, recently transferred from Celtic. I still haven't seen him play in a Sunderland shirt, and I want to. So hopefully he might come on, especially if Jones has a miserable game against Tottenham, against the likes of Chadley, Lamella and Eriksson. Hopefully Matthews will come on and give Tottenham something else to worry about. So let's just... oh shit. Sorry about that. So let's just put Matthews back on the bench there. We will need one centre-back. So I'm going to put... no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to put Sebastian Coates. Again, he's higher in the pecking order than Wes Brown, so I couldn't imagine Wes Brown being on the bench. So Coates gets the third spot of the 7 on the bench. Our fourth spot goes to Lee Cattermole. You know, I can't say much about Cattermole this season because he's been absolutely diabolical. Some of his decision making, especially given the penalty away to Tottenham, to Aston Villa. I'm not sure. Anyway, he's given at least 2 penalties away this season. His decision making's been terrible. The defence is like John O'Shea's been on his back and he's just made some terrible decisions. So he doesn't get a place in the starting 11 against Tottenham. You know, hopefully he doesn't anyway. But knowing our luck, he will. But Cattermole gets our 4th spot on the bench. The next spot goes to our free kick maestro, Sebastian Larsson. Again, he's only really in the team for his free kicks. But, as I said in my FIFA 16 prediction video, he runs all over the pitch. For being 30-year-old, I do believe. You know, Larsson does... yeah, Larsson's 30-year-old there, guys. But like I say, guys, you know, he runs all over the pitch for being 30, as if he was 20-year-old, you know. He hasn't got a lot of pace, but his willingness to run and his heart is amazing. So hopefully, you know, if, say, Tovonen does get tired, he'll bring Larsson on instead, and something might work there. You know, play Larsson as a cam, and, you know, hopefully Larsson's passing, his vision, his short passing, can swing the balls into Defoe, maybe link up with Barini and Lens there on the wings. Our second from last substitute goes to Stephen Fletcher. Now, he was reportedly linked away with a move to Celtic, but from what I heard, there wasn't any credibility in it. So, we need one last substitute on the bench. Like I said, we've got Fletcher. I'm going to stick Danny Graham in just for the laughs, to be honest. But Danny Graham, he's done better than Fletcher. He really has. And if it wasn't for Defoe being the natural goal scorer he is, I would have started Graham. But this is it, guys. This is my predicted lineup for the Sunderland against Tottenham game on Sunday at 1:30. I do believe it will be on Sky Sports 1, so, if you feel like watching it, go ahead. So this is it. It is Pantilimon, Van Aanholt, John O'Shea, Jonas Kabul and Billy Jones in defence, with Barini, Rodwell, Tovonen, Villa and Lenz in midfield with Defoe up front. Manone, Matthews, Coates, Catamol, Larson, Fletcher and Graham on the bench. Hopefully... Actually, no, not Graham. No. Not Graham. I want Duncan Watmore. No, he's not in the game. Are you stupid? Unless they haven't put him in yet. No, boss. But we'll stick Graham back in just for the purpose of the video. But instead of Graham, Watmore, because Watmore is bloody amazing and he deserves a start. At least a place in the first team, anyway. So, like I say, guys, this is the predicted lineup. Hopefully, I'm right. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments section down below, because if you want me to, I can predict the Sunderland lineups of future games. I'll be happy to do that. And yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you so very much for watching. Like I say, comment section down below, let me know what you thought. Let me know what your predicted lineups would be and your reasoning behind it. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I'd really, really like that. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.